What is going on, Title Tribe? What is going on? It is the NFL trade deadline. I am coming to you live. Just got home from work, and we're just going to go over some of the trades that have happened within the last couple of days. It's been a whirlwind. Normally, the trade deadline's kind of quiet. This year, it's just been absolutely fantastic. There's so many trades involving my team, my personal team, the Dolphins. Involving other teams as well. So let's jump right into it. Let's get into these trades real quick. Roquan Smith from the Bears has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens. As you know, Roquan Smith, he's like a hold in, we'll say, in the offseason. He requested a trade. The Bears at first didn't acquiesce to his trade demands. He reported he started to play, and knowing that they were not going to be able to re-sign him in the offseason, rather than get a third-round compensatory pick, they traded him to the Baltimore Ravens, and we got a second-round pick in 2023, a 2023 fifth-round pick, and they also received linebacker AJ Klein. So it's a good deal for the Chicago Bears. They have roughly $120 million in salary cap coming this offseason. They've got a whole bunch of picks because they've made a whole bunch of trades, which we will get into. So for a team that is full-blown in rebuild mode, dealing a player and getting a second, a fifth, and a player in return for somebody you were not going to be able to resign, that's a good deal for the Chicago Bears. And it's also a good deal for the Ravens, who, let's be honest, their defense, that's one thing they're kind of known for, but it's been kind of suspect this year. So Roquan Smith coming in, he's an absolute tackle machine. He's a beast, and he'll fill in nicely for that Ravens defense. In somewhat of a surprising trade, TJ Hawkinson from the Detroit Lions has been traded to the Minnesota Vikings. And the reason why this is kind of shocking is not that the Lions traded Hawkinson. Like, there was rumors that they would listen to trade offers for him, but this was an interdivision trade. That's what kind of makes this shocking. They haven't had an interdivision trade in quite some time over there in the NFC North. But Hawkinson goes to Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings acquired Hawkinson and a 2023 fourth-round pick and a conditional 2024 fourth-round pick. And the Detroit Lions received a 2023 second-round pick and a 2024 third-round pick. So a second and a fourth for Hawkinson, a fourth, and a conditional fourth in 2024. That's not bad. I like the deal a lot for the Minnesota Vikings. Irv Smith is looking to be out an extended period amount of time with that ankle injury. Hawkinson should fill in very, very nicely there. For a team that is now 6-1, looks like the Vikings are going for it. And at 6-1, why wouldn't you, right? Bradley Chubb has been dealt to the Miami Dolphins. This shouldn't surprise anybody that Bradley Chubb was traded. There have been rumors going around circulating that the Broncos would listen to offers for Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb is only 26 years old. He now goes to the Miami Dolphins. The full deal, the Miami Dolphins acquired Bradley Chubb and a 2025 fifth-round pick for a 2023 first-round pick via San Francisco, a 2024 fourth-round pick, and Miami also threw in running back Chase Edmonds, which should also help the Denver Broncos with their running back issues that they've got going on there. I love this deal for the Dolphins. No, full disclosure, I am a Dolphin fan. Bradley Chubb is only 26 years old. Miami Dolphins has struggled getting pressure on quarterbacks. Bradley Chubb should come in and help. You're putting him across on the other side of Jalen Phillips, who last year as a rookie had 9 sacks. This will free up Melvin Ingram to be more of a situational edge rusher, which is what they originally brought him in to be. They weren't expecting him to play full time. He has filled in wonderful full time, but this should allow them to use him more in situational base packages and should allow the Dolphins, who have been atrocious at getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, to get more pressure on the quarterbacks. I also like this that for the Broncos, they get a first-round pick that's coming from San Francisco. They get running back help with Chase Edmonds and a fourth-round pick next in 2 years from the Dolphins. Excuse me. With the Dolphins trading Chase Edmonds, they were in the market for a running back. And as soon as I typed out, don't be surprised if Miami makes a move for a running back, I was hoping Kareem Hunt or Cam Akers. I should have seen it coming, though. Miami Dolphins have traded for Jeff Wilson Jr., formerly of the San Francisco 49ers. Miami is sending a fifth-round pick for Jeff Wilson. This deal should not surprise anybody. Mike McDaniel, the former running back coach in Cisco, Jeff Wilson knows the system. He knows the offense. He's familiar with it. He knows Raheem Mostert. They were teammates the last couple of years over there in San Francisco. So this is kind of a reunion down in Miami. What can I say? My Dolphins, it's funny. They traded back with the 49ers for the 49ers to move up to get Trey Lance. And what really looks like a deal the Miami Dolphins have just absolutely crushed. Miami has traded all three of the first-round picks that they received in that deal. They traded the first one in a package to move up to draft Jalen Waddle. They traded the second first-round pick last year's to move up, not to move up, but in a package to get Tyreek Hill. And now we've traded the last of the three picks in a package to get Bradley Chubb. What can I say? Miami is absolutely crushing it right now. They are all in on winning this season. At 5-3, I'm absolutely ecstatic to see that they're not being stagnant. Again, with the Bears, Robert Quinn has been traded from the Bears to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia sent a 2023 fourth-round pick for Robert Quinn. I absolutely love this deal for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're already 7-0 or 8-0. They're undefeated right now. I think they're 7-0. Fact check me, please. They are undefeated. Their defense is good. They're adding another proven pass rusher. I love this for the Philadelphia Eagles. I would have liked this a lot more for the Bears as well if they were able to get a third-round pick. But for a team that is completely rebuilding and has a ton of cap space next season, I'm not mad at a fourth-round pick. They've been traded to the Chicago Bears. So Chicago's been wheeling and dealing. They sent Robert Quinn away. They sent other players away and Roquan Smith away. And now they are out getting a wide receiver. I love this trade for the Chicago Bears. Pittsburgh sends Chase Edmonds to the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears receive the Pittsburgh Steelers receive a 2023 second-round pick. I absolutely love this deal for both teams. Chase Claypool was not going to re-sign with the Steelers at the end of the year, I believe. They would have eventually gotten a conditional third-round pick for him. Instead, they get a second-round pick. He goes to the Bears, who are in desperate need of wide receiver help. It's just another weapon for Justin Fields. So this I view as a win-win for both teams. I absolutely like it. Let's go. Calvin Ridley. This trade is kind of amusing to me. Calvin Ridley, who's suspended for betting on NFL games, has been traded. He's suspended this whole year. He's been traded from the Atlanta Falcons to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's kind of a weird package of what they got in exchange. There's tiers to this trade. So the Jacksonville Jaguars acquired Ridley. And sorry, I just got breaking news about another trade. I'll tell you that in a second here. The Jacksonville Jaguars acquired Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons. In exchange, it's tier-based. So if he's on their team, it's a fourth-round pick. If he plays the entire year, it's a third-round pick. And if the Jacksonville Jaguars re-sign Calvin Ridley at the end of next year, it becomes a second-round pick. So it's completely tier-based based upon how the Jaguars view Calvin Ridley, if he plays, if he doesn't, if they resign him. At worst, it's a fourth-round pick. At best, the best it can be is a fifth-round pick in 2023 and a second-round pick in 2024. So it's completely tier-based. We won't know for a couple of years how this shakes out. I do think this is going to be a breakout, third-year breakout for Trevor Lawrence. I like this for Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley does not help them this year. He'll be back next year. And it's a good trade, in my opinion, for the Jaguars. And it's also a good trade for Atlanta. I mean, they were planning on keeping him. They weren't signing. They had no if you watched our offseason breakdowns, the Falcons had absolutely no plans to keep Calvin Ridley on their team. What I find ironic about this is Calvin Ridley, the reason he got suspended is he bet the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now he got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is kind of funny. Breaking trade that just went through, the Indianapolis Colts have traded Nyheim Hines to the Buffalo Bills. I do not know the trade details as of yet. As I was doing this, I was getting breaking alerts. This should not surprise anybody. Hey, my dogs are going crazy. That's fantastic. It should surprise anybody. They were looking for a running back. Hines to the Bills absolutely makes sense. And the last trade that we're going to talk about is Christian McCaffrey traded to the 49ers a couple of weeks ago. The Panthers received a second round, a third round, a fourth round, and a 2024 fifth round pick. I love the deal for the San Francisco 49ers. We've had 2 weeks to see what McCaffrey can do. Last week, he became the first player in like 30 years to run for a touchdown, pass for a touchdown, and have a reception for a touchdown. So he's already paying dividends in San Francisco. This makes them, in my opinion, a true Super Bowl contender as long as their defense can get healthy. I appreciate everybody who tuned in to this bathroom break. The trade deadline is, well, it's right now. And it's absolutely crazy, the trades that have been going on. If you have any questions or if you want to follow the Toilets to Titles Twitter page, we would appreciate it. We're grinding our way to 1,000 followers. You can follow us here on the YouTube as well. We would greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's go. As Jared said, the trade deadline has been crazy.